Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're holding out relatively well in these market circumstances. Because let's be honest, these market circumstances have not been very easy. I mean, personally, I'm fine with it. I think this is an opportunity, and I know a lot of people say that, when the prices are crashing, just buy, blah, 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 blah. And to a certain extent, that's true, but still, you do have to time it, right? And if you don't time it right, you're basically catching a falling knife. Now, personally, I have bought a little bit. I think I've opened like 2 positions with this bearish momentum, but I'm still waiting for more bearish momentum. Now, first of all, to get into the markets today, because that's what we'll do, we'll talk about Bitcoin. I wanted to talk a little bit more about XRP and Dogecoin, because I know a lot of you are interested in that. And just in general altcoins. But just to cut to the chase, I think a lot of altcoins right now are just very correlated to Bitcoin. And unfortunately, the Bitcoin dominance has remained relatively strong. So what that means, in my opinion, is that most altcoins, 95% are not interesting. All right, so there's not much to talk about there, but there is a huge amount to talk about with the markets, because the markets have been weak. And at the moment, I'm not convinced that we are at the bottom. Now, the good news is that we did expect this, right? And some people laughed at me when I called the top here and when I gave you a dump warning. But no, in hindsight, I mean, it's very clear. Right now, we're forming some sort of a consolidation, in my opinion. We got up to the top of the consolidation right here, and now we're at the bottom of the consolidation. But the main question is well, can we actually hold this consolidation? Or, I mean, right now on X, there's actually quite a lot of crypto personalities who are calling this the end of the bull market. Which, who knows? I don't personally think so. I think there's too many bullish catalysts in 2025 to already make this the end of the bull market, but who knows, right? Nobody in the end knows for sure. But personally, at the moment, like the main support level we have is 95,000 all the way down to 92,000. I do think we are going to hold this, because I think some macroeconomic statistics or numbers are also at strong support levels and resistance levels respectively, which we'll get to in a moment. But at the moment, I'm not convinced that this is the bottom. I think we're going a bit more down into 94,000. There's a POC cluster at 93,600. So maybe that's a nice support level if we actually get so. But I need more. I need some sort of a liquidation spike, or for us to consolidate a bit more here. Now, if we look at the fundamentals, first of all, like I said, Bitcoin dominance still strong, so altcoins are not amazing. But what I like is that stock markets, or at least the S&P 500, and also to a lesser extent the Nasdaq 100, are actually at pretty strong support levels. And I think we have lost the uptrend, but we are, especially the S&P 500 today, actually touched the bottom of this range that we are setting up. So that's pretty good. The Russell 2000, not too amazing yet. But then if you take a look at something like the dollar strength index, that is actually at a very strong resistance level as well. Today, it was quite strong, the dollar strength index, which is bearish because we actually got some economic data, which again was good for the United States, but usually that's not good for Bitcoin, etc., because that means that we are going to see less interest rate cuts in 2025. But still, it is at resistance, and we cannot deny that, and we cannot ignore that. And then something like the USDT dominance is at close to resistance as well. So a lot of these fundamentals make me believe that we can at least get one more touch here from support at 93,000, 94,000, 92,000, instead of dropping down to the next support level between 89 and 87,000. It's possible that we drop down there, and if we take a look at something like the Coinbase Bitcoin Premium, that's still at a discount. So like I said, the market right now does not look bullish on the lower time frames. On the higher time frames, it still does, in my opinion, on the lower time frames. But I do think there's enough indications to expect something like this on Bitcoin, and how altcoins are going to react to that. Something like this at least. And I don't expect us to get a bullish breakout yet, but I'll keep you updated on that. How altcoins are going to react depends on the Bitcoin dominance. I think strong ones will still rally a lot, right? So you can actually get some nice opportunities if you line up altcoin buys with Bitcoin support here. However, if we take a look at altcoins right now, like I said, most of them are not interesting. One of the best ways to actually, like there's some coins that are kind of scammy, like gas from Neo. That looks quite interesting. So if you really want to trade something, That's going to be volatile, so you can trade that. And ARC as well, all right? So those are high volume, high volatility, a little bit scammy coins, which you can trade, but I mean, personally, I'm personally not trading them, and it's also going to be very hard. Outside of that, it's not really altcoins at the moment that I'm interested in. Maybe Solana, but that's also too high still, or at least not enough confirmation that it's going to be the bottom. Now, going to talk about XRP, looks fine. So far, we talked about this yesterday. What I said yesterday is that I think it's most likely we're going to drop down into this support level right here between 2.2 and 2.1. But you can see right here that XRP is holding up fine compared to other altcoins. It's doing great. So I still expect that. I expect us to drop down into the range lows here between 2.17 and let's say 2.05. So that means short-term bearish, but I do expect that level to hold as well, just like I expect the support for Bitcoin to hold. We'll find support there, and then we'll bounce back up. And then after that, we'll talk about whether we can break above 2.55, yes or no. Preliminary prediction is no. I think we'll just consolidate up here, which is fine. It's bullish long-term. But I'll keep you updated on that. For Dogecoin, situation is a little bit more dire because we hit that strong support level we expected us to get back to at 34 cents. If we're going to be able to hold this for the next like 24, maybe 36 hours, I'd say that's a good buy going into the Trump inauguration. Otherwise, for now, I'm not convinced yet that this is the bottom either. So otherwise, if we fail to hold 34 cents, we're dropping down into 30 cents, 31 cents, and then that is the most interesting buy. Which I would buy at 30 cents. And personally, I would also buy here if 34 cents holds, because I think with the Trump inauguration coming up, it's a good fundamental catalyst. And technically holding 34 cents is actually quite bullish as well. So keep an eye on that. And then depending on what we do at 34 cents, I would either buy lower and wait for that level for real, or slowly scale in if we are able to hold it. Easy invalidation as well. So the risk reward is good. But those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know for now. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.